Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We're going to start in 1 minute.
Good evening, and welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new Rancho Buena Vista High School softball field. My name is Lily Vivian, and I am a senior here at RBV. I am a catcher on our varsity team, and thank you all for joining us today. To the small number of you who are here in person, thank you for being here. And to the many of you who are joining us online, we wish you were here, but I am grateful you are doing your part in keeping us all safe and joining our live stream. Please welcome a senior leader on our RBV softball team with a special message, Ava Bradford.
Hello everybody, my name is Ava Bradford and I am a pitcher on the RBV softball team. I will be continuing my softball career and education at the University of California, Santa Barbara next year. We would like to begin by taking time to honor a very special person at RBV and in the Vista Unified School District. Rich Alderson served as a principal at RBV from 1999 to 2006. He also served on the VUSD School Board of Education for 8 years. He was a champion of high school athletics and opportunities for all students. Mr. Alderson sadly passed away on February 6th. Please join me in a moment of silence as we honor this great educator and member of the longtime family. Mr. Alderson, thank you for all that you have done for our community. At RBV, we have a saying, once a Longhorn, always a Longhorn. Mr. Alderson truly was a Longhorn, and he will be missed. Thank you.
Different than most school years, to say the least. While we have been away, RBV leaders and the leaders of Vista Unified School District have been hard at work making our campus look better than ever and ensuring that we have access to the best facilities, fields, and buildings possible. While we have been away, RBV now has a new softball field, a new gymnasium expansion, and a new lecture hall upgrade. This is in addition to the solar panels that were installed last year as well. We are also not even done. Through Measure LL, RBV will soon break ground on a 2-story, 36-classroom, state-of-the-art building. Please welcome one of our senior leaders on the RBV softball. But today, we are here to celebrate this new softball field for our Longhorn softball teams. Before we cut the ribbon, we are excited to hear from our superintendent in Vista Unified School District. Dr. Matt Doyle knows a few things about RBV. In addition to being our superintendent, 2 of his children graduated from the ranch. Please welcome Dr. Matt Doyle.
Well, it is great to be back here as a parent and also a member of our Vista Unified team. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this awesome ceremony. I know we've all been waiting for it. And we hope to have more ceremonies like this for our other student athletes as we move through the coming months. On behalf of the entire Vista Unified team, I'd like to thank our community members for making this incredible new facility a reality. Thanks to the hard work of our Measure LL facility bond team, our community saw the need and the benefit of approving bond funding to improve learning facilities across our district. This new athletic field serves as an excellent example of what is possible when we work together as a community. I said learning facility because I truly believe that athletics, as well as band, drama, and other extracurricular activities, can oftentimes become the most effective learning environment for students. This new softball facility sends a clear message to our students that athletics are valued and supported in Vista Unified. This new facility also sends the message that our female athletes deserve the very best facilities possible. Finally, I would like to thank Josh Eckel the lead architect for Alpha Design Studios, Josh. And Jim Fisher from Erickson Hall and their team for absolute fantastic quality of workmanship. And I'd like to thank our bond team. I think we have Kevin Waugh. Kevin, if you could stand up, thank you so much for your help. I know Kevin Kirby is here somewhere. Kevin Kirby, if you could stand up for yours. And the lead on our team, John Wathen. Stand up, John. Thank you so much for your help. We wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Again, truly beautiful opportunity, and we hope to have more of these events.
Our next speaker is a board member who serves the 20,000 students in Vista Unified School District. Trustee Deb Morton has personally been involved on the construction of this field we are celebrating today since the idea began over 4 years ago. Please welcome Vice President on the Board of Education, Deb Morton.
Hello. What a beautiful, beautiful softball field we have here. A little story about this softball field. In 2018, I was campaigning for the Vista Unified School District School Board when I was approached by two RBB softball athletics who were frustrated that they did not have a field dedicated to softball. They asked if I could give them advice as to how to bring this to the attention of the district. Well, Sydney and Danny, you did it. Through their public policy club and their community participation requirement, they navigated the process of making their dream a reality. They wrote letters to the district and gave a speech at a board meeting. This collaboration and advocacy has not only made a difference for these two student leaders, but now will make a difference for generations of student athletes to come. On behalf of the school board, I would like to officially welcome our student athletes to the new softball facilities. We will have a dedication ceremony for a larger crowd in the near future. Thank you.
Our next speaker is a senior from the RBV softball team. She plays outfield and will be playing softball for the University of Arizona. Please welcome Paige Dimler.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paige Dimler, and I'm a senior here at Rancho. On campus, I'm involved in several different ways. I'm the class treasurer, ASB director of spirit, in a couple of clubs including CSF and class council, as well as the team captain of the varsity softball and volleyball team. While being so involved here at the ranch, I've seen this campus grow and change a lot over my 4 years here, but I can proudly say that all of this change has been for the better of the students. We have had so many improvements in just the past few months. The transformation has been incredible. Sports have had an invaluable impact on my life for the past 11 years. I started playing softball when I was 6, and from that day on I knew I belonged on the dirt. The awesome people that are involved with this sport is one of the things that makes it so enjoyable. I can't even begin to describe how instrumental various people have been in my career, starting with my coaches, teammates, and mentors, but most importantly my parents. We don't realize how fortunate we are until hindsight, but I have come to realize how blessed I am to have parents that are so invested in me and my success, not only as an athlete, but as a student, and most importantly, a person. It is them that have instilled the confidence in me today to not only come up here and speak, but taught me the grit and determination it takes to accomplish my dreams. And for me, that is to play collegiate softball and win a national championship. One of those things I have accomplished. While my opinion might be biased, I feel that softball players are some of the strongest, most determined female athletes. This process to have our very own state-of-the-art softball field began over 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this was just an idea. But thanks to the countless hours of hard work that Danny Ellis and Sydney Purnett put in, this idea has now become a reality, and to them we owe the credit. We would not be standing on this field today without their hard work. Sid and Danny knew that they wouldn't get to play on this field, but their selflessness made it so that the girls after them will have the opportunity for this year and for the years to come. Being a part of athletics in high school is a culture. You meet some of your best friends through your sport. You can come into high school not really knowing where you fit in, but as soon as you become a part of a team, you found your people. Sport culture is like a family. Everyone has a common goal and a drive to win every time you step out on the field, and that's what's special about athletics. Sports unify people that you might not have ever expected to see together. It creates a family atmosphere, one that I believe is hard to find anywhere else. When I was younger, playing at VGS on the fields right behind us, I always dreamed of playing the sport I love with my school across my chest, and I am blessed to not only wear RBV across my chest, but Arizona next year as well. With that being said, I would like to thank the school board, Coach Nellis, and Mr. Clevenger for making this happen. I can't wait to see what the future brings, and I'm so excited to get started. The journey to a CIF championship starts now. Thank you.
Our final speaker for today is someone who knows and loves RBV. He is not only our proud principal, but is also a graduate from the ranch, as he states, a long, long time ago. Please welcome our fearless leader, Mr. Joseph Clevenger.
Wow, what a wonderful, wonderful day. First of all, can you give a round of applause to Lily? Great job being an MC and also being on sort of like safety sanitation duty. That is not easy. We're very proud of you. Thank you so much. Also, Paige, those were incredible words. We're very proud. Let's give Paige a round of applause as well. It's a tradition here at Rancho Buena Vista High School to start our meetings or a lot of our conversations with something we call shout-outs. It's an opportunity to intentionally take the time to say thank you and recognize the great things those around us are doing. So before I share a couple remarks with you, I'd like to start with a couple of shout-outs. First of all, I would like to personally thank the Board of Education. Thank you for prioritizing students, supporting our scholars, and our athletes with the facilities they need and deserve. Mr. Cipriano Vargas, please stand. A shout-out to you, sir. Ms. Deb Morton, thank you so much. Julie Kelly. Martha Alvarado. And of course, Rosemary Smithfield. Board members, we know and recognize your job is not an easy one. You certainly do not hear the words thank you often enough. Let's fix that right now. Thank you for all you do for our students and our community. There's your shout out. Rancho Buena Vista High School has a long history of excellence in athletics. That does not happen without great coaches. I'd like to take a moment and give a shout out to our two varsity coaches, Teresa Murillo. Coach Teresa, where are you at? Thank you. Coach Mike Imoto. Mike, you here? Coach, thank you. I also want to give out to shout out to a former coach who laid a lot of the foundation and groundwork for the great program we have today. Coach Dennis Snell, a big shout out and thank you to you, sir. Under his guidance, RBV produced some of the best teams, some of the best players, and some of the best people in San Diego County. So thank you for your efforts, sir. The title of coach means a lot, and all three of you are very worthy of that title. Thank you for setting the example of what a coach should look like. Thank you. I also see Coach English from the varsity baseball team. Good to see you. I see Coach Jorgensen from the football team. Thank you both for being here to support RBV softball and RBV athletics. A shout out to both of you. I also would like to take a moment and echo what our superintendent shared. A big thank you to the many people who were involved in making this project happen. They have invested countless hours in taking this idea and making it a reality. And so we'll do a big group one here. Amy Shackelford, John Waltham, Kevin Kirby, Kevin Waugh, the VUSD grounds crew, the RBV maintenance and security crew, and especially our previous principal, Chuck Schindler. Thank you for all your hard work to make this happen. I'd also like to recognize the RBV varsity, JV, and freshman teams. Behind us, we have 5 of our seniors. We have a lot more players at home who could not be here, so a shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you. Also would like to say thank you and let the previous RBV softball players from years past know we see you, we appreciate you. Thank you for the legacy you have helped build. I guess I could do as many as I want, right? Just a couple more, I promise. The superintendent of the job here from Erickson Hall, his name was Ted Bray. Ted was amazing to work with, and I just want to take a moment and tell him thank you personally. From understanding and respecting what a school day looks like, the flow of everything that happens, keeping our students safe. Superintendent of this construction job, Ted Bray, was phenomenal. He's got a great beard going, which I admire. And I did want to give a shout out to Ted. So thank you so much for that. And Erickson Hall, thank you. And last but not least, I'd like to say a big thank you to the people who made this event today happen. Miss Chris Lupola. Chris, where are you at? Chris is in the dugout over here. Miss Joanna Melliker. Joanna, thank you so much. Mike Ross, Marty Nellis, Chris Tompkins, Kelly Clark, Tim Fay, Grace Chan, Lisa Myers, and again, the RED security team. Thank you guys so much. And now I'd like to share a quick thought with you. Today is a celebration of everything that went right. And that's a big deal because there have been some moments this year where things have not gone particularly right. Would you agree? We are standing here because we have a brand new softball field, and it's because of the efforts of many. To make this recipe a success, there were many ingredients. The process began with an awesome teacher taking the time to show students the power they possess. This awesome teacher is Mr. Tim Leary. Mr. Leary, are you here? Give us a wave, sir. Mr. Leary. Mr. Leary runs a public policy club here at RBV, and his goal is to help students find their voices, their passions, their values, and then what to do with that once you find it. He guides, he inspires. The next ingredient were 2 amazing students. By the way, I've actually never met them, but I've heard a lot about them over the past couple of years. Danny Ellis and Sydney Prenat. They saw something that they wanted to improve, somewhere they wanted to make a difference. And taking that foundation from their teacher, they found their voice. They found the courage to speak up. They started speaking to local city leaders, school administrators, school board members, and from what I understand, pretty much anybody who would listen. The third ingredient were leaders who care about students, who are willing to take the time to listen and to take action of their own after listening. The VUSD School Board listened, our school leaders acted, and on May 8, 2018, Danny and Sydney received this letter. It's hot off the press, it's on the phone. I want to read just a little snippet. It says, "We have concluded our internal investigation of your documentation requests, including each of the items of variance that you have identified. The district will initiate the following items you have listed for the 2020 softball season. Design and building of a softball field, backstop, bleachers, and fence located on the RBVHS school grounds at the patch. We will consider softball cages to new on-site softball fields. Consider storage installed on land between baseball and new on-site softball field, and consideration of a new scoreboard, or we'll look at fixing to properly functioning the current scoreboard." This is an awesome letter that these students received. What we see before us today is the following: a brand new state-of-the-art softball field. You can clap for that. 2 brand new bullpens, which weren't even listed, as well as 2 state-of-the-art batting cages. Wonderful seating, fencing, and if you'll notice out in center field, a brand new top-of-the-line scoreboard. The members seated before you, directly behind me, as well as others, such as Mr. Rich Alderson, made the decision to make this happen. The final part of the story is a community that believes in the power of education and supported these ideas with the funds to make it happen. The passing of Measure LL has made it possible for these same types of opportunities that we are celebrating today to take place all over our great city. Please join me in thanking each person who has helped make the idea of this field a reality. By the way, Danny is playing softball at UMass. Sydney is doing the same in Tennessee. And Mr. Leary, he is still teaching here at RBV and having the same amazing impact on a new group of students. We honor each of you. We appreciate your hard work. I look forward to showing you the place personally in the months to come. My final shout out goes to our superintendent, Dr. Matt Doyle. You get the kid. Sorry. Thank you for supporting our students. Thank you for supporting the arts. Thank you for supporting athletics. You are making a difference in our community, each of you. Thank you for all you do. Mr. Mike Ross and Mr. Victor can come forward. We will now proceed with the ribbon cutting ceremony. I'd like to welcome up our distinguished board members and superintendent. Please come forward. Let's start with this, and then I'll get these board members.
Good afternoon. We know things don't change overnight, but with that, we know that we have a school board that's committed not just to our students, not just to our parents, but to our entire community. Those who voted in 2018 to approve this fund, to invest not just in school infrastructure, but to invest in all the wonderful things that happen within a school, not just in the classroom, but also in all the extracurricular things that happen in our school district. Mr. Leary, have your students continue to send us emails, not just the school board, our city council, our governor, the president, and the administration, because as elected officials, we do our job better when there's that communication. To Lily and Paige, we look forward to having you use this field, not just for this year, not just for the class of 2021, but for generations to come. Because the magic not only happens in Rancho Buena Vista, the magic happens all across Vista Unified. Thank you.
Hold on real quick, girls. Give me a nice even space between the board members here. Joe? Let's count it down from 3. 3, 2, 1. To throw out the first ceremonial pitch on the brand new softball field, we welcome Dr. Matt Doyle and Savannah Coyle. Of course you can.
I'll catch it just in case.
And Ava?